What's going on, guys? Pokemon Radar here, recording another PokeRadar podcast. Getting some great positive feedback from people on my podcast, and hopefully, I can continue to entertain you guys and discuss interesting topics. I mean, of course, there's a lot of things out there being said and talked about, so I hate to be redundant, but of course, I'll hit some of the points that everyone else does. But getting my insight on things might be interesting because I'm a weird dude. So, sometimes I have a weird perspective on things that might make you think a little bit. Um, but yeah, let's get started. So, today I posted on Instagram a little story to ask some questions or get some questions asked. Not too many people responded, but we'll go over those. I hope to kind of like intertwine Instagram Live with Twitch and with my podcast here, so I can get some more interaction between people while I'm recording and have some more things to talk about. Because obviously, I wing this stuff, and I'm just trying to have some fun. So, yeah, I want to update you guys on the Heritage Auction, or TMB phone card. So I don't know if any of you saw it, but I did open it up live. I got my not PSA 9 TMB Moltres phone card in the mail from Heritage Auctions, and it was beautifully packaged as expected from a professional auction house. I mean, it was unnecessarily large of a box inside a unnecessarily larger box, but it got to me safely. It got to me in a great, safe way. I mean, there's not much to say about it, really. They had the nice tape with the little like threads in it, and then put the box inside that box with the tape with threads on it. They included a collector's like book guide, which I have over there somewhere. I'm not going to go get it right now, but it looks like an interesting read alongside my invoice and the card. So I was very happy with that. Again, very expensive to buy from these auction houses, but it's a guaranteed assurance that it's going to be a real authentic thing, and if anything does happen, they will take care of it. So it was seamless, easy, fantastic. Will entertain buying again from them. Just got to keep in mind that buyer's premium and taxes and all that. So yeah. Update on the other card that I am supposed to be getting in the mail from Japan, which I haven't told anybody really. Japan had a holiday on Thursday and Friday. Thursday was their, what is it called? Like Ocean Day or Sea Day, where basically they spend the day and go out to the water and appreciate Mother Earth and the powers and gifts that the water brings people. So it's basically a beach day for people of Japan, and it's kind of like the peak of summer and everyone getting out from the midland of Japan, going out to the coast and enjoying outside, which does get followed by, which was Friday, get followed by their Health and Sports Day. So another national holiday that they go outside, enjoy the day, be active, be healthy, and focus on themselves, focus on what's most important in life, which is your health and your family. So it's good for them to get out of the office and enjoy that time. So I am, of course, stressed out that I have to wait another few days, but it should get shipped out first thing Monday, which would be Sunday night for me. And once I get updated, I really assume and hope, I paid, I don't know, $250 for shipping. So I hope it's basically next day and I receive it Monday night or Tuesday morning. There's going to be some custom issues, obviously. When buying an item of this value, it goes through customs and you have to do all the approval process. And thankfully, I've already done a lot of the paperwork from a recent purchase through FedEx. So it'll be hopefully much smoother and quicker to receive it. But so that's going to be coming in soon. I'm not going to disclose what it is. I know some people have an idea and some people do know, but Just the ones that I've talked to about the purchase and how I went about the purchase. So I'm fingers crossed it's good and it'll be a nice little addition to the collection. But let's hop into some of these questions here that I have. Again, there's not many, but I've got like a few that are reasonable to answer. I'm not going to answer that one. It's a dumb question. When and what got you into collecting? So I did a solo podcast during my like initial wave of podcasts about myself and what got me into collecting and what got me into collecting or when I got into collecting. So you can watch that one, go back and get more detail on it. But basically, I got really sick. I was bedridden for a few months or like 9 months, and I discovered Pokemon through YouTube, and mainly watching Gem-It Pokemon was the one that I like specifically remember, watching his opening and his PSA grading and all that, and inevitably, what a good word, indubitably, just diving into the world of E4 and learning about anything I could English Pokemon related. And I've started grinding and finding Pokemon cards everywhere that I could, in old shops and old friends, old whatever, to do stuff. And I was just in it for opening packs and getting back into binder sets and all that. It was stupid and extremely expensive to do, but got me through tough times. So that was in 2016, 2017, and it just took off from there. Like I went in hard. I still going hard. It's not smart what I do, but I love doing it, and it's benefited me so far. If things go wrong, they go wrong. If they go right, they go right. So I'm never, I'm at the point in my life where taking a risk is totally worth it. So if that kind of gives you a broad explanation, I go a little bit on a tangent, but go watch the other video. I actually don't remember what I talked about, but I should probably go into more detail. And but I do want to talk about that more in the future, and spread some awareness on things. But next question: thoughts on vintage sealed Pokemon non-TCG items such as toys and food? So we can touch on another podcast I did. I did a podcast with the Real Breaking Nate, and I specifically brought this up with him because he talks about this and kind of brought this to light in my world, and I think a lot of people's worlds, is collecting non-TCG related items. He had for a long time, that's been one of his biggest things, is collecting certain items. Like he's got the old mac and cheese boxes with Pokemon on it. He's got the old, I think he's still looking for popsicles of some kind. I forget which brand it was. He's got the Pokemon Go Station and like another game, and he's got all different types of stuff from back in the day. Like there's pop and there's soda, I guess. There's other food related items, really. I think it's cool. I don't think there's a strong value proposition for those things. I don't think it's a smart investment. I don't think it's an investment at all. I think it's something that you just buy for yourself and have for display. I wouldn't eat any of it either. But other non-TCG sealed items, I mean, it's tough to say. Like, you can dive into binders. Swolpoke has one of the best binder collections I've ever seen. If you go to his Instagram, you can see some cool stuff. I mean, I guess that is TCG related. It's not specifically like a card. It's you put your cards in. But I think binders is a great way to like kind of start working your way out of there, out of just the cards, because there's some incredible artworks. There's actually really expensive binders, a few $100 for a special Sukamori artwork and all this stuff. And then, I mean, from a sealed perspective, I don't really know what else you could talk about, like Burger King, whatever. But I just think like Pokemon artwork in general is gonna take a big step up here soon once people get bored of the cards and want to expand their collection into other items. I mean, essentially, people are buying and paying this much money for art. There's still a lot of nostalgic value tied to it, and of course the condition stuff and all that. But I think if you look at it from a deeper perspective, we're collecting art, and it's once we can like work our way out of there, find some limited printings, get some original art somehow, which isn't really doable. It'll be fun. So yeah, that's my thoughts on. Oh, I guess toys. I don't know. It's a tough one to call out. What are your thoughts on the expedition set? Worth collecting? Anything WotC is worth collecting. I mean, unfortunately, if you break it down to the E Series cards, it's the least valuable, least interesting set because you got Aquapolis and Skyridge that have crystals, but it's absolutely worth collecting. You got Charizards in there, Blastoise. It's the base set of the E Series, so it's very rare, very hard to come by. It's a little bland in comparison, but absolutely worth collecting. And if unfortunately, I never got into it myself. I never finished my binder sets that I wish I did, but I've kind of moved on from that, so I'm cool with it. Why do I have so many Discord messages? What's going on here? That's a big message. Wow. Okay. Um, but yeah, Expedition, good set. Get into it. I just got a really nice message. I can't talk about it because it's sensitive information, but we'll hear about that soon, hopefully. So the other thing, while I'm looking over here at Discord, I'm getting a bunch of messages, a bunch of messages about the Charizard I just pulled out of Hidden Fates. I just opened a case of Hidden Fates tins on Instagram, and I pulled the shiny full art Charizard, I think on the 5th or 6th tin, and then I got the Umbreon in like the last or second to last. But so far, I've opened roughly 100 to 150 packs. I'd say it's closer to 100, and I've pulled 3 full art Charizards. um, I'm lucky, I guess. I don't know what's going on. I appreciate that I'm able to do that, and I have 2 more cases left, which I want to open, but I don't think I'm going to because I want to hold on to some sealed product, even though they keep reprinting it and have this new set coming out. Which leads to the next question: opinions on the new Champions Path set. Shout out to Big Tuck TV. Check him out. Champions Path. I missed out on the pre-orders. They're all sold out, so I didn't get any. I told myself a while ago I would pay attention more to modern stuff and like try to get things, but I haven't really done that. So my collector mindset between modern products is sorry, I got a text from a potential future guest here. My thought from a collector standpoint on new sets, whether it's a full set or one of these half sets like Shining Legends or Champions Club, Champions Path. I want to buy a case to open. I want to buy a case for individual sealed product, and I want to buy a case for a sealed case. I haven't really done that because I ended up selling stuff and opening too much and doing that. So from an investment standpoint on modern product, it's so difficult to say. Like for me, at the level that I'm at, not being a store, not like I'd rather put my money in a bigger, rarer, more desirable vintage item. Yeah, I'm all for diversification. There's with modern product, buying it at retail, you have a great opportunity to make 100% in a couple of years on your investment, but it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to handle, and it's not that much money unless you do a ton of it. And I just don't have the space to do that myself. But from a flipper standpoint, it's an incredible thing to get into. But again, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just do some bigger things, some bigger items. um, from the set itself. Another Charizard, fantastic. I believe it's the first set of the new series of cards. I don't know how they word it. So obviously there's a Charizard in the set. It's a safe set to buy, hold, do whatever with, open. It just sucks that we're not getting the full art rainbow rare trophy Charizard or prize Charizard that Japan's getting. So like in my eyes, I would rather put the money in and buy one of those trophy prize cards from Japan. Just buy a bunch of those if possible. And have that over having the set. But yeah, anything modern, anything new, I'm all for buying, opening, enjoying. But I'm not going to sit and wait 20 years. I don't have that kind of time, and I don't know if I have that type of patience to do that. So, I mean, obviously, if I just had a bunch of money to throw around at this, I'd fill up a storage unit with it and just wait. But I'm not in that position to do so. So I'm gonna stay away from that. But I'm gonna buy as much as I can if I find it and open it for fun. What else? Next question, last question. Do you see yourself collecting for the rest of your life, or is there an end goal? So that's a nice little segue from my rant off the last question there. Yeah, so I initially set an end goal, and the end goal was to pull a first edition base set Charizard, and I did that earlier this year. But here I am, still collecting, buying more than ever, paying more than ever, and yeah, so I don't really have a new end goal at the moment. Do I see myself collecting forever? Yes. I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing forever, whether it's at the same scale, bigger scale, small scale, as well as, I mean, there's definitely going to be breaks. So I decided a couple weeks ago that I'm going to go for my MBA, full-time business school MBA, and I mean, I'm going to go all out with it. So I hope that I get there. It's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of money. So I see, if this does work out, I see myself taking a quite the long break, and selling off 98% of my collection in order to pay for all this. But I'll eventually come back and do stuff like that. Again, this is all down the road and hypothetical. But yeah, I'm interested in expanding my knowledge and network to better my life and be able to do more with Pokemon. Actually, I mean, that's part of the motivation is let's go make a shit ton of money so I can just blow it all in Pokemon cards and high end stuff and enjoy it, because the way that Pokemon's priced now and what I expect it to be in the future, I'm nearly priced out of the things that I want. I am priced out of the things that I want. And yeah, so I'm motivated. I want to grind. I want to make things happen, and I want to have fun with all that. But yeah, so I highly recommend doing what you need to do to collect the things you want to collect. But yeah, so that's honestly all the questions that I got from my Instagram, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I just got no. Oh, I just got no. I plan on having some more guests on, some more I guess casual conversation of things. I'm hoping to have Gem at Pokemon on here soon. That's who I was talking with. He's just busy right now. I was just gonna have him pop in today, but he's busy this weekend, so I didn't really give him a heads up. I texted him like 2 hours ago. And yeah, I just want to. I mean, I kind of, I did that little collector series of learning about people's journeys, and there's still a lot of people that I want to do that with. It's just a matter of making that happen. But I also want to just kind of expand this to a general conversation between two people about Pokemon or about life, whatever it might be. It doesn't even have to be about Pokemon. I just enjoy talking to people, so I'm going to be doing that. But I also want to talk about the what was the that other question I got? It disappeared. So, oh, that's right, about the TMB card here. So, somebody asked about uh, other phone cards. So the Moltres here. Let me switch this up a little bit. So I don't know too much history on this stuff. The phone cards. Here's I don't know if it's on here. Google Pokemon phone cards. TMB. So as we discussed earlier, oh, he did a video on this. I'm not gonna play it, but
hey everyone.
I need to watch this. So the phone cards, the Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos were given out at the Tropical. Just type in phone. Tropical Mega Battle Tournament. They're not actual phone cards or Pokemon cards. They don't have the Pokemon back. I don't know who got them, why they got them, but they're tied specifically to that tournament, which is a very historic tournament. If you guys ever, I mean, you see me wearing this medal every time that I do this podcast. This is a 2000 Tropical Mega Battle silver medal. This is, you know, Tropical Wind, the 1999 Tropical Wind with Psyduck in a hammock. It's the Executor trophies that we rarely see or ever. But these phone cards were given out as well. Oh, it's another. So I got this one. Is this the exact one that I got? I think this is the exact one I got. I didn't change this. So it's an actual. So this art of Moltres was you. This is the Rockets Moltres from Gym Heroes. I think there was also a promo released as well. But the back of these cards look like this. If you can see that. So it's not like a real Pokemon card. It's like an actual use for making a phone call. But it's got a tie to that specific tournament. It's got a tie to an actual Pokemon art of an actual Pokemon card. So for any phone card, this is just a historic piece and closely tied to the TCG. Now, the other phone cards that are out there that are Japanese art, Ken Sugimori art, it's just kind of like this weird stepchild that, yeah, you can appreciate the art of it. There are some rare items, rare phone cards from specific events, but not really related to the card game. So it's removed slightly. And although the arts are really great and enjoyable, and some of them are very rare, they're just not going to hold or reach the value of something like these three. You know, again, these aren't Pokemon cards exactly, but the value is there because of that history, because of that tie to the game, the card game, and the other phone cards are just, they're great collectibles, but, you know, you're not going to see anything extravagant with them until you find another one that has some weird tie to a tournament or to something. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this video soon, right after I'm done recording this. But yeah, we can also hit the PWCC listings here that I want to discuss because this has a close tie to myself. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the PWCC auction of the 9.5 first edition base set Charizard has been going down. So bids have been removed, retracted. We don't know. This Charizard is 0.5 away from a pristine, which there's Pop 2, and we all know who owns those two. It's Gary, King Pokemon. Estimated value of those pristine Charizards today are anywhere from $150,000 to $250,000. I don't know what number would get him to sell. I don't think he would sell till they hit like 500 or a million. They ever do. But there's no black labels. There's only two pristines. So this is 0.5 away from a pristine. My Charizard that I pulled got the lowest 9.5 possible. It was 3.95s and a 9 centering. Now, again, I sold that one in February for $12,500, thinking that the coronavirus was going to destroy the market. The economy was going to hurt, but it did the opposite. So the guy that I sold it to flipped it 2 months later for $24,000. Congratulations to whoever you are. And then now we were seeing this one pop up. So for those that don't know, this came to auction 5 days ago. It quickly hit about the $70,000 mark from a legitimate bidder, and then got shill bid to $100,000, which was absurd. And you could tell from the bidder's history of the people getting it up to 100,000 or zero feedback. There was a lot of talk of someone just trying to get it as high as they could just for shits and giggles. And it had gone back down to, but yesterday it went back down to that $70,000 mark, which was quite interesting. So we saw that. We were happy to see that those shill bidders got taken away and kicked off, hopefully. But we were shocked again today to see it, or yesterday. So 2 days ago it went back down to 70. Yesterday it went back down to 57,000. No. Yes. I don't remember the timeline. It's back down to 55,000, as we can see here. The weird thing is, the guy that bid from this point up to 70 had 1,800 feedback, looked like a legitimate buyer. So this is interesting to see. And then it went down to 55,000 today. So someone above this, it went down a little bit more. So what I'm guessing is that guy who bid up to 70 did not like what was going on, asked PWCC to take his bids away, and they might have just done that. So this is a sketchy auction, just because we don't know who's doing what. I mean, the PWCC more than legitimate. Card is perfectly fine, I'm sure. Whoever wins it's going to get it. But just the pricing just is not, it's not fair. I don't know what's going on. We know that a PSA 10 is about $75,000 in cases now. The last one we heard was bought for about that. So seeing a 9.5, which honestly this is most likely a 10. Looking at it, it's really nice. I mean, centering is near perfect. Yeah, like this is a PSA 10, no doubt, in my mind. Just from these two photos, I don't know what's going on the holo or whatnot. So this is going to be a good buy for whoever gets it. I think they could easily cross grade it to a 10. And when I say easily, I mean it's going to be really hard to do that, but doable. So, I mean, a 9.5 of this caliber with two 10s on it, like, it's a safe buy or a safe thought to think it's a PSA 10. But of course, with Beckett, you don't get that financial backing. So, this has just been an interesting roller coaster of bids. But yeah, well, I'm curious to see where it goes. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends back up at 70,000. But yeah, it's an auction that's going down in value, which is very, very weird to see. Toys and hobbies. Let's go back to this. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting auctions happening right now on PWCC. I did send my very first cards to PWCC. They should go to auction next month. They were received. I haven't looked at if they entered in each card in the system yet, but I'm curious to see how it works, how the payouts work, and how well my cards do. Just looking at the highest priced Pokemon cards right now, you got a PSA 10 First Edge Shining at 86. You got a Green Wing at 84. The position only cards, these are scary. They're very reproducible by anybody. So personally, I'll never buy one or get into it. Just staying away from that. Shadowless. So I sent off Ooh, here's something that's interesting. These Neo Summer Battle Road trophy cards. There's a ton of these. There's well over 100, maybe a couple hundred of these trophy cards. Um, with the boy on it. The girl ones are very rare. The girl ones, I think, are good value. But these recently got discovered to have like hundreds of copies. So I'm curious to see where this one ends up. I think it's going to be quite low in comparison to what we've seen recently on those. So that'll be, I mean, it is a legitimate one with the winner's name on it, but yeah, I'm not interested in those ones. I sent off one of these. So one of mine will go up to auction next month. A 9.5 Lugia. It is slightly better. It has 9.5 cent. Wait, does it have 10 centering? It has a 10, and then two 9.5s, and then a 9 surface. But the surface is phenomenal. I don't know why I got a 9. It should have easily been a quad. So I'm hoping that it does slightly better than what this one goes for, just because it has that 10 in there. But I know the last 9.5 sold for 6,000, and that was this grade, same grades. So mine's slightly better. I'm hoping to see this go for at least 5. I'm hoping mine goes for at least 5, but honestly, I don't know where it stands. So, but yeah, PWCC is doing very well with Pokemon right now, and I'm happy to see that they're pushing it so hard. They're doing a very good job with it. But yeah, I'm also hoping that there's just not another Lugia in the auction. There's another 9 here, and I'm curious to see how well it does in comparison to the Beckett. But yeah, this is always interesting to watch. So this is done in 2 days? That's Tuesday next week, or Monday. So we always, on E4, we always get together and talk while these are ending, because people are bidding on stuff and we're just talking about prices, and it's a fun time. But yeah. You know what? I do want to check Heritage and see if there's any new Pokemon stuff. You know, Heritage auctions every day, I believe. Let's take a look. So they have a few of these going right now. They've got a Shadowless 9 at 2,100. This is just from the last auction. And this is a Pokemon Snap, WATA 7. Interesting. There's a little corner ding up here on the right. I don't know how they grade stuff, but I definitely should have bought sealed Pokemon games when I had the opportunity, because they're just so expensive now. I mean, they're so cool. This is nice. Blue version here. I just, they're so expensive now, and I don't know the seals well enough that I'm worried about buying a fake. $690? I might buy this. Oh, it's ripped. $3,000 for a red, $3,000 for a red, 22,000. That's insane. Oh, wait, it's Spanish? Where did I see Spanish? Okay, so there was a ripped one for $600, or you can buy a 9 out of 10, basically. Is that on the box or on the case? This might be a good buy. Oh, no, it is Spanish. I don't want that. No offense to Spanish people. Crystal. Wow. Here we go. I want this. This is nuts, dude. I wonder if these even sell. That one looked a little fishy. 10 grand? What is this? Prices are absurd. But yeah, legitimate. So 200 plus. I need to look at these. I'm not going to show it though. Yeah, so there's a lot of big players in the market now making offers on cards that we've never experienced. I mean, there was an offer. So the Pikachu Illustrator that was on Zen Market sold for 242,000. There was an article about it. If you just search it, but somebody offered publicly, somebody offered $280,000 for it. So it's a quick 30 grand if you were the one that bought it, but I would hope that guy doesn't sell it because it's worth twice as much, I think. The other card, Trophy Kangaskhan, there's offers of 30 grand plus. There's multiple offers of 25 grand plus. There's people looking for just about any trophy card. So the trophy card market is booming right now, and it's always kind of hidden because it's always a private sale usually. I mean, my Trophy Kangaskhan sale on eBay is probably going to be like the only Trophy Kangaskhan sale on eBay in a long time. That's something that, first of all, people don't want to sell, and second off, don't want to sell on eBay to someone random. But it worked out great for me, and yeah, it's interesting to see because there's a bunch of that stuff listed on eBay. If you even just type in Pokemon trophy cards, a bunch of those things will pop up. But I mean, the prices are outrageous. Maybe reasonable. I don't know, depending on how much capital you want to throw at this stuff and how much you really enjoy it. But yeah, that's all I really got for today. I don't know how informative this was or how interesting it was, but yeah, I hope to have on some more guests to just kind of banter, have a little back and forth with. I was going to say banter. Banter's a word. And just talk with people. Maybe one of these days, hopefully I can get some more input on questions moving forward so I can have more things to talk about. But, I'm watching PokeRev a lot. Nick, he's killing it on YouTube. I'm loving what he's doing. It's phenomenal. And I mean, he's getting so much love. I mean, he deserves it. The dude's working his butt off, but he's doing some really cool stuff, opening up some amazing, amazing product, and doing live videos talking about everything. So, yeah, Pokemon is interesting. Pokemon is fun right now. It's going nuts, and it's a little worrisome, but I think that's just fake news and media. Not really. I mean, always be worried and have a plan B, but just be smart about it. But it's awesome. It's so cool to see this stuff just go bonkers. I mean, new products selling out, old product not available or just at stupid prices. It's so much fun to be a part of. It's so enjoyable. People that complain about prices, people that complain about things, like, you had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to have so much. I had the opportunity to easily be a millionaire now, but I didn't have the money or the balls to hold on to anything. So um, it's just interesting. I've learned so much from this, um, and it's so funny to say that it's Pokemon. You know it. It 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 seems so childish still. It's people laugh about it still, but it's amazing what you can learn and teach yourself by just like in business and in relationship building and in mental strength and budgeting. It's incredible. It's incredible to what this has been able to teach people and grow for people. It's just amazing. Now I'm just rambling, but yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I'm gonna throw this out and not like throw it out. I'm gonna like throw it out on YouTube. I'm not gonna like throw it in the trash can, the recycle bin. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy. And you know what? I think there's questions actually from my last video that I can do for next video because
Guys,
it's too late now and I'm not even gonna look. I don't think there's any. But yeah. Have a great day. Have a great week.